Probably about a month or two ago, I tweeted something along the lines of the urge to delete social media and throw away your smartphone is as high as it's ever been. And, ironically, I ended up deleting that because it attracted a lot of people that made me have that urge in the first place. A lot of people just basically going, well, actually, you're on the phone doing this. Just people not acknowledging the main point that I was trying to get across. And instead trying to, well, actually, and, technically score victories against me when, it wasn't supposed to be an argument or a debate in the first place. It's just tapping into a very real feeling that I think a lot of people have, which is burnout from the constant use of social media and smartphones as a whole. And, you know, I haven't been on my phone for one of the longest streaks I've had. Not necessarily even because I plan to. My phone, I just forgot to charge it one morning and I was off from work, so I don't really need it. And it's fully charged now, but I just didn't want to turn it on because I know once you go into that hole, you just never seem to get out of it sometimes. And, this is the longest streak I've gone without my phone for a while. And I feel pretty good. I feel better. I'm not going to act like I'm this super disciplined, grind guy. I'm not. I still fart around. I still procrastinate. I still, go on my YouTube rabbit holes and binges on the TV. But it's just better this way. I don't feel the constant distraction. I don't feel the constant fear and worrying about what could possibly go wrong. I don't, feel this sort of attachment to whatever's going on in the digital world, just because I've been off my phone for a little bit over 24 hours. And I think, it's a lot more difficult than we'd like to acknowledge to just get rid of our phones. It'll be nice to, but everything is so streamlined through smartphones this day and this age. It would be almost like throwing away a utility. I get my work schedules through my phone. I get my bus schedules through my phone. I get sort of my employee discount through my phone. So it's a lot of needs that I have, aside from keeping in touch with family and stuff like that, that I would need for my phone. And there's this sort of assumption that you have a smartphone, and not having one can make you sort of an inconvenience for those you're around. But I do sort of have a plan on getting away from my phone at a certain point and social media. While I might not delete my social media accounts, I would probably just have it on the computer or laptop or something, because that's how the internet used to be. It wasn't like this constant checking and tracking device you would keep on you. It was like PlayStation or something. You had it on the computer at your home, and that was pretty much it for a while. Smartphones became a thing when I was, around grade school. Um, but even back then, it wasn't like this constant checking and compulsion that I think it's turned into in the past half decade. I think after the COVID fallout, it's really become something that has added a lot of stress to people's lives. And I think the new idea of like escaping or abandoning society is like getting a flip phone and not really being on social media, because that's how much it's been reliant on our current day and age. I just wanted to share that real quick. If you have similar experiences, let me know in the comments. But I think a lot of us are trying to escape this digital sort of depressing void that we've gone ourselves into. And I don't want to sound all depressed and stuff, but I do say, being off my phone for now, I feel more focused. I'm still the type of person that can get distracted easily or whatever. But um, yeah, just not being on my phone, I feel like it's really helped the last day or whatever. I'm going to try to do that. I think that's a good life hack. Just some nights when you know you're not going to need your phone, just let it die instead of charging it. And then just charge it the whole day so you don't ever get that opportunity to be distracted and you can just be present and focused on whatever's going on. All right. Thanks, guys.